Joint and knee pain are among the most common health problems that affect millions of people across the globe, cutting across age, gender, and occupation. From elderly individuals struggling with osteoarthritis to younger adults burdened by sedentary lifestyles, the pain in joints, especially the knees, has become a pressing issue in modern society. This kind of pain is not just a matter of physical discomfort, it directly impacts quality of life, independence, emotional well-being, and even social relationships. Imagine waking up in the morning and dreading the thought of standing up, or avoiding social activities because you cannot climb a simple flight of stairs. This silent suffering often leaves people feeling trapped within their own bodies. The search for effective, affordable, and safe remedies has been ongoing for decades. While the pharmaceutical industry offers an array of painkillers and anti-inflammatory drugs, these typically bring only temporary relief, masking the symptoms while ignoring the deeper causes. Long-term reliance on such medications can lead to dangerous side effects, including gastrointestinal damage, kidney problems, or even addiction to certain categories of drugs. For this reason, many are turning to natural and holistic approaches, hoping to not only relieve pain, but also support the regeneration and strength of their musculoskeletal system. To understand why natural remedies such as barley water, one of the simplest yet powerful treatments, are gaining popularity, it is crucial to first dive deep into the mechanisms and causes of joint pain. Joint pain can be broadly categorized into two major origins: structural degeneration and chronic inflammation. Structurally, our joints depend on a thin but resilient layer of articular cartilage, a tissue that cushions bones and allows for smooth, pain-free movement. As we age, this cartilage begins to thin out due to wear and tear, repetitive strain, or direct injuries. Once cartilage deteriorates, bones may start to rub against each other, resulting in stiffness, swelling, and persistent pain. Beyond age, lifestyle habits play a massive role. For instance, being overweight increases the load on the knee joints significantly. Studies show that every extra kilogram of body weight adds nearly 4 kilograms of extra pressure on the knees during simple activities like walking. Over years, this additional stress accelerates cartilage wear and magnifies discomfort. On the other hand, chronic inflammation is another major culprit. This is not the sudden swelling one might experience from a sprained ankle, but rather a long-term, low-grade inflammatory process that silently destroys joint tissues. Chronic inflammation can stem from autoimmune disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis, metabolic imbalances, or simply poor dietary choices that promote pro-inflammatory responses in the body. When we examine the societal impact of joint pain, it becomes even clearer why solutions are desperately needed. The World Health Organization estimates that osteoarthritis alone affects over 500 million people worldwide, making it one of the leading causes of disability. For many, it robs them of independence, making even basic tasks like cooking, bathing, or walking to the market extremely challenging. Beyond physical limitations, this pain often results in psychological burdens. People with long-term joint pain are more prone to depression, anxiety, and social withdrawal. Thus, addressing this issue is not merely about soothing pain, but restoring dignity, hope, and the ability to live fully. Pharmaceutical interventions, as mentioned, are often the first line of defense. Over-the-counter medications such as acetaminophen or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, do help reduce pain temporarily. Corticosteroid injections are sometimes recommended for more severe cases, and in extreme scenarios, joint replacement surgery becomes the only option. However, these approaches carry their own risks. Long-term NSAID use can erode the stomach lining, leading to ulcers and internal bleeding. Corticosteroids, while effective in reducing inflammation, may weaken the bone and cartilage structure with repeated use. Surgery, though life-changing for some, is invasive, expensive, and comes with a long recovery period. It is not surprising then that people are actively searching for alternative solutions, ones that are natural, safe, and sustainable in the long run. Among the natural remedies being rediscovered and celebrated, certain foods and herbs stand out. Turmeric, for example, has been used in traditional Indian medicine for centuries due to its active compound curcumin, which possesses strong anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger, similarly, reduces inflammation and has been proven in clinical trials to lessen symptoms of arthritis. Ashwagandha, a staple in Ayurvedic practices, not only calms the mind, but also strengthens joints and muscles. Yet, one grain that often goes unnoticed in the mainstream discussion is barley. Barley, a humble cereal grain, has existed in human diets for thousands of years. Historically, it was consumed by ancient civilizations not just for its nutritional value, but also for its therapeutic effects. Today, modern science confirms what traditional knowledge long suspected. Barley is a powerhouse of nutrients that directly support joint and bone health. Barley is rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and essential minerals. Its high content of magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus makes it especially beneficial for bone density and cartilage health. Magnesium plays a role in regulating muscle function and maintaining healthy nerve transmission, both of which influence joint performance. Phosphorus contributes to the development of strong bones, while manganese assists in the production of enzymes involved in cartilage repair. Furthermore, barley contains beta-glucan, a soluble fiber known for lowering cholesterol and stabilizing blood sugar. Beyond these systemic benefits, beta-glucan also plays a role in reducing systemic inflammation, thereby providing relief to inflamed joints. Barley is also packed with phytonutrients, plant-derived compounds that act as natural antioxidants. These antioxidants neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that can otherwise damage joint tissues and accelerate degeneration. The preparation of barley water, surprisingly, is remarkably simple, making it an ideal home remedy for those seeking natural relief. One only needs about 50 grams of barley, which can be soaked overnight in water. The next morning, the soaked grains are boiled in fresh water for 10 to 15 minutes. After boiling, the liquid is left to cool and settle for 5 to 6 hours. Once strained, the barley water is ready to drink. A single cup a day is sufficient to deliver its health-promoting benefits. Unlike complex herbal decoctions that require hard-to-find ingredients or elaborate preparation, barley water is accessible and affordable. The simplicity of this remedy is one of its greatest strengths because it removes barriers to consistent use. Skeptics may question how such a basic beverage could have any significant impact on a chronic and complex condition like joint pain. The answer lies in both its nutrient profile and its mechanism of action. Barley water does not work like a drug that targets a specific symptom. Instead, it provides a holistic boost to the body's healing mechanisms. By reducing inflammation, supporting cartilage repair, strengthening bone density, and improving metabolic health, barley water addresses multiple factors simultaneously. Joint pain is not a single variable issue. It arises from a network of causes: weight, diet, inflammation, age, genetics, and activity level. Barley water aligns with this complexity by offering a broad-spectrum approach rather than a narrow, symptom-focused intervention. Of course, no remedy is without precautions. While barley is safe for most individuals, it contains gluten. Therefore, people with celiac disease or gluten intolerance should avoid it, as it could trigger severe digestive reactions. Pregnant or breastfeeding women are also advised to consult their healthcare providers before incorporating barley water into their routine. Individuals on specific medications, such as diuretics or blood thinners, should likewise consult a physician to avoid potential interactions. These precautions are standard for almost any dietary change, underscoring the importance of personalized health decisions. Despite these limitations, for the vast majority of people, barley water offers a safe, gentle, and effective remedy. Beyond its immediate benefits for joint health, barley water brings additional advantages that enhance overall well-being. Its high fiber content supports digestive health, reducing constipation and promoting a healthy gut microbiome. Since recent research shows a strong link between gut health and systemic inflammation, improving digestion indirectly contributes to reduced joint pain. Barley water also stabilizes blood sugar levels, which is particularly beneficial for individuals with diabetes. Uncontrolled blood sugar can damage nerves and blood vessels, exacerbating musculoskeletal problems. By keeping blood sugar in check, barley water helps protect both metabolic and joint health simultaneously. Additionally, its natural detoxifying properties assist the liver in filtering toxins, which can otherwise burden the immune system and worsen inflammatory conditions. When viewed through the lens of lifestyle medicine, barley water is not a standalone cure, but part of a holistic approach to joint health. Combining its use with other healthy practices magnifies its effectiveness. For example, adopting an anti-inflammatory diet rich in vegetables, fruits, omega-3 fatty acids, and whole grains complements the healing power of barley. Regular physical activity, tailored to one's condition, strengthens muscles around the joints, reduces stiffness, and improves mobility. Low-impact exercises such as swimming, cycling, or yoga are particularly beneficial. Weight management remains a cornerstone. Shedding even 5 to 10% of body weight can drastically reduce knee pain for overweight individuals. Stress management is another overlooked factor. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that in excess contributes to inflammation. Incorporating practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or Tai Chi can therefore indirectly support joint recovery. Let us also consider the cultural and psychological aspects of natural remedies. For centuries, human societies have turned to nature for healing, relying on plants, grains, and rituals to maintain health. In many cultures, remedies like barley water carry not just nutritional benefits, but symbolic meaning, representing purification, renewal, and resilience. By adopting such remedies, people feel more empowered, actively participating in their healing journey rather than passively depending on pharmaceuticals. This psychological empowerment itself has measurable health outcomes, as optimism and agency are linked to better pain management and recovery rates. Scientific evidence continues to validate the potential of barley. Several studies confirm that diets high in whole grains, including barley, reduce markers of inflammation such as C-reactive protein, CRP. Clinical trials demonstrate improvements in lipid profiles, insulin sensitivity, and inflammatory cytokines after regular consumption of barley or its derivatives. These systemic improvements contribute indirectly to joint health by reducing the metabolic burdens that fuel chronic inflammation. Moreover, animal studies reveal that barley extracts can accelerate cartilage repair and slow down bone density loss, paving the way for future therapeutic applications. Ultimately, the journey to joint health is not about quick fixes, but long-term strategies. Barley water may not produce overnight miracles, but its consistent use, combined with other lifestyle interventions, creates an environment where healing is possible. It represents the marriage of tradition and science, where an ancient grain is recognized through modern research as a valid ally against one of today's most pervasive health issues. While each person's journey with joint pain is unique, shaped by genetics, environment, and lifestyle, the universal truth is that the body thrives when given the right support. Barley water, simple as it seems, embodies this truth, reminding us that healing does not always come from expensive treatments or high-tech solutions, but sometimes from the humble gifts of nature. As we reflect on the rising burden of joint pain worldwide, the importance of spreading awareness about accessible remedies cannot be overstated. Governments, healthcare systems, and communities must encourage preventive approaches rather than relying solely on expensive interventions. Educational campaigns about diet, exercise, and natural remedies can empower individuals to take control of their health before problems escalate. In this collective effort, simple messages, like drinking a cup of barley water daily, may prove far more impactful than complex medical jargon. For those already living with pain, adopting such remedies provides not just relief, but a renewed sense of hope. The human spirit, after all, thrives on hope and small victories. And each day without pain, each step taken without fear, is a victory worth celebrating. In conclusion, joint and knee pain are formidable challenges, stripping individuals of comfort and mobility, but they are not undefeatable. While conventional medicine offers solutions with limitations, natural remedies like barley water present a safe, affordable, and effective alternative. Rooted in tradition and validated by modern science, barley water strengthens bones, reduces inflammation, improves digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports holistic well-being. By integrating it into a broader lifestyle strategy, including healthy diet, exercise, weight management, and stress reduction, individuals can reclaim their mobility and independence. It is not a magic bullet, but a humble, consistent ally in the long battle against joint pain. And perhaps the greatest lesson here is this: healing often lies not in complexity, but in simplicity, not in expensive prescriptions, but in nature's quiet abundance. Barley water, a centuries-old remedy, continues to prove that sometimes the most profound solutions are also the simplest.